Amazon's Prime actually did it. They teased us with something blue. This particular teaser was the shortest we've received, but it's easily the biggest, most important teaser so far. We also got some interesting insight from Wheel of Time showrunner Rafe Judkins and from TV show consultant and superfan Sarah Nakamura. Let's get into it. If you're new to the Wheel of Time, welcome. I make spoiler-free and spoiler-heavy deep dive videos all about the Wheel of Time books by Robert Jordan and Brandon Sanderson, and about the Wheel of Time TV show coming out soon on Amazon Prime. The first part of this video will not contain spoilers related to the Wheel of Time story. I'll unravel the teaser and help to make sense of it for new fans while keeping it as spoiler-free as possible. In the second half of the video, I'll discuss spoilers and speculation related to the Wheel of Time books and the teaser, as well as Rafe Judkins' Q&A. I'll give you a warning before I start discussing spoilers. Follow the chapters below if you want to skip to the parts that are more relevant to you. Alright, first things first, let's watch this teaser a few times, featuring a first look at Golden Globe winner Rosamund Pike as Moiraine Sedai.
Do not underestimate the women in this tower. Do not underestimate the women in this tower.
Wow, they could not have found a better actor to fill this role than Rosamund Pike. I know this is a very short teaser, but there's actually a lot to unpack here. Here's what Pike posted on Instagram along with the teaser. Wheel of Time fans and future Wheel of Time fans, I am giving you your first exclusive glimpse of Moiraine, woman of mystery, power, calm, and strength. Everyone in the Wheel of Time family is excited to show you the full series when it comes to Amazon Prime Video. We love these characters, and it is an honor to have the chance to embody them. Moiraine Sedai is an enigma and a force of nature, never to be underestimated. See a flash of her here as she embraces the source of the One Power. Hashtag Blue Aja, the One Power, Wheel of Time. Along with the teaser, Wadam Prime always tweets video descriptions for those who may have different accessibility needs. The video descriptions say, the video opens on darkness as we hear the sounds of a powerful energy in the background. A woman's voice says, do not underestimate the women in this tower. We then see Golden Globe winner Rosamund Pike emerge with her eyes closed. It's Moiraine, legendary Aes Sedai of the Blue Aja. As she opens her eyes, light flows around her before the video ends with a bright flash. What does all of this mean? Who is Moiraine Sedai, and what is the source of the One Power? Who are the women of this tower, and why would it be unwise to underestimate them? What is the Blue Aja? For that matter, what is the Wheel of Time? I can't really answer these questions fully without at least some minor backstory and very light historical spoilers, but I'll do my best not to reveal specific story-related spoilers. Moiraine Sedai is an Aes Sedai, or magic user, who was trained in the White Tower, which is a sort of school for female magic users in the world of the Wheel of Time. Aes Sedai are very powerful and mysterious, feared and misunderstood by most. They're able to tap into a source of magic called the One Power. This same magic is what drives the Wheel of Time and weaves the very fabric of reality. The term Aes Sedai is derived from an ancient language and means servant or servants of all. Though over the course of 3,000 years, the Aes Sedai shifted from social servants to political influencers and manipulators. Also, because of a major world-breaking event that happened 3,000 years ago, which was caused by Aes Sedai and is literally called the breaking of the world, most people distrust the Aes Sedai and blame them for the sort of primitive, depressing state of the current world. In the current age of the Wheel of Time, only females can safely access the One Power. This has caused a shift in gender dynamics, with a matriarchal-leaning society. The Aes Sedai of the White Tower are all female and are divided into 7 different factions called Ajas. These Ajas have different purposes and are grouped by color. Without giving away all of the different Aja purposes and goals, I'll just say that Moiraine Sedai is of the Blue Aja and is very driven to change the world. You can learn a lot more in my spoiler-free videos about the Wheel of Time and the Great Pattern, and about the One Power. Check out the links in the description. So, this trailer is exciting for us fans because not only is it a first look at a beloved character, but it's also a very short glimpse of the One Power being used. I'll get to a more spoiler-heavy breakdown of this trailer in a bit, but first, I'm not kidding when I say this is the biggest, most important teaser we've received so far. Why, you ask? First of all, Rosamund Pike is so hot right now. She just won a Golden Globe for Best Actress for her incredible performance in I Care a Lot, so she's very much in the public spotlight at the moment. Second, this is the first big push by Amazon Prime to share a teaser with the general public and not just the fans of the Wheel of Time books. What on Prime is an official Amazon Prime Wheel of Time account with 64,000 followers on Twitter, and they've been amazing with us fans, dropping teasers and interacting and answering questions. But for the first time, Amazon Prime's official general Twitter account shared a Wheel of Time teaser as well, to a much larger audience of 1.8 million followers. Also, Rosamund Pike posted the teaser on her Instagram account, where she has almost 500,000 followers. This is huge because Amazon is starting to push marketing and advertising to a wider general audience, which means we're probably getting very close to an official full trailer and a release date announcement. Third, this is the first teaser we've received that actually shows the face of one of the cast members in character. So far, we've heard some audio, and we've seen sets, props, concept art, and some very short footage. But until now, we hadn't actually seen any official footage of a character's face. I can't think of a better way to finally reveal our first actor in character than this short clip of Rosamund Pike as Moiraine Sedai. Fourth, we finally got our something blue that fans have been speculating about. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, you know that old wedding saying, something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue? Well, after What on Prime shared the guitar prop teaser with the caption, something new, fans looked back and realized that the teaser before that, which featured the heron-marked blade, could represent something old. Then, What on Prime teased us by responding to a fan and saying that we would see, quote, something redacted. This really added to the flame, and many people speculated that the following teaser would be something borrowed. Sure enough, without spoiling too much, we got a teaser of the ruby-encrusted dagger, which definitely is something borrowed. Many fans were sure that the next teaser would be something blue, and then we got this, Moiraine Sedai of the Blue Aja. One last thing before I get into spoilers and RAFE'S Q&A. I want to address the tiny elephant in the room. I know many people were probably disappointed by the shortness of this teaser. I'll be honest, my first reaction was also one of slight disappointment because, much like Moiraine in the books, it was so short. I'm paraphrasing here, but Sarah Nakamura said on the Dusty Wheel that she's seen comments about how small or how weak this teaser is. But she says to remember that the fact that we're getting any footage at all is a big deal. It could have just been a photo. She also said that this particular teaser was an intentional big step to push the show to a larger global audience. This is a big deal. Sarah is absolutely right. It's easy to get spoiled by all of the amazing teasers that What on Prime has given to us and to forget that they don't owe us anything as superfans of the books. And now that they're pushing to a larger audience, they don't want to overwhelm people with too much. We should remember to be grateful for whatever we get. I'm sure we'll be getting a full trailer and release date very soon, which is more exciting than anything. Okay, getting off my soapbox. If you've made it this far, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, and please consider subscribing and supporting me on Patreon. Spoiler warning. From this point forward, I'll be discussing story-related spoilers for the first season of the Wheel of Time show and the first few books of the series. If you're new to the series, please turn away now. Trust me when I say you do not want to get this amazing story spoiled. You've been warned. Okay, let's break down this teaser already, this time with some spoilers and speculation. I wrote out a whole section of this video script speculating about the line where Moiraine says,
Do not underestimate the women in this tower.
I speculated that it might be a scene that was not in the books, or a flashback to a scene from New Spring, or maybe even one of Rand's nightmares. But then Rafe answered a question on Instagram that threw all of these ideas out the window. Rafe was asked, is the audio disconnected from the scene of Moiraine? Rafe responded, yes. Rosamund actually recorded this audio for this teaser specifically, so you won't hear this exact audio in the show. This actually is a bit of a relief to me, as I feel like this line doesn't really fit any known scenes from the books, and I wasn't ready for the Emmons Fielders to make it to Tar Valon in Season 1. However, it also opens a whole can of worms. What other dialogue or audio that we've heard in past teasers might not be in the actual show? Rosamund Pike posted on Instagram about recording for 6 hours on the same day she found out that she was nominated for a Golden Globe. Perhaps this is part of what she was recording. I bet she was also recording voiceover for an upcoming trailer, and probably ADR for the show as well. And then we get a very brief first look of Rosamund Pike as Moiraine, with her eyes closed, as if she's concentrating. She opens her eyes and there's a flash of light. According to her Instagram post, this is a shot of Moiraine embracing the, quote, source of the One Power. I love this question and the answer from Rafe about Moiraine using the One Power in the show. Question: what direction was Rosamund given about the facial expressions and body movements that she would use when channeling? Is this something that's universal through channelers, or are body movements more organic for each channeler? Answer: I really wanted the channeling to come from the women themselves and have them really believe it, so Rosamund was instrumental in building the look of it for herself, and each woman has built something out of what makes sense for her and her character, so it gives something authentic to it. The most important thing is that when you look in the actor's eyes, you know they believe they have the power of the earth itself at their fingertips, and I promise you, Rosamund does. Did that give anybody else chills? Behind her, there appears to be a fire, or more likely lanterns at night. Daniel Green theorized live on the Dusty Wheel that this scene is probably winter night, which was my initial reaction as well. Those lights in the background are probably the lanterns that we've already seen in the concept art of the Beltane celebration in Emmons Field. Wheel of Time theory, the Dusty Wheel, and others have speculated about this too. There's no movement in the background to indicate flames or fire. The only movement we see comes from the camera parallax. Alternatively, this could be a scene of Moiraine using the One Power when she describes the story of Manetheren the day after Winter Night. Obviously, this could also be a scene that happens at a different time in the series, but I think they won't show us hardly any footage beyond the first episode in any teasers or trailers. So I think Winter Night or a scene that happens early in the books is more likely. I'm pretty sure the white flash at the end was added as a post-production effect. I love the meme format that was born on Twitter that came from this scene. The audio sounds really cool to me, but it feels less like final audio from a scene and more like trailer audio effects, especially after learning that the dialogue was recorded special for this teaser. If this is how the One Power sounds when someone concentrates and embraces the power, then I'm here for it.
Do not underestimate the women in this tower.
Another minor detail I noticed is that there appears to be a strong wind blowing around Moiraine. Is this something related to her channeling, or is this some external environmental force around her? If it's the latter, I suppose this could be a scene that takes place during a storm or something. What do you think the wind is coming from? I think it's just a cool effect to show her embracing the source. Rafe did say she, quote, has the power of the earth itself at her fingertips, and Rosamund said Moiraine is a, quote, force of nature. I like how the One Power is tied so closely to the elements, and I hope we see more of this effect when the One Power is being used. I can't really glean any other major details from this short teaser, other than the fact that Rosamund Pike is absolutely beautiful, and her earrings are cool. Also, for those who were concerned, of course she has darker hair and is not blonde in the show. Let's talk briefly, though, about what appears to be missing. One thing that I was really hoping to see that was left out is that gem that Moiraine wears on her forehead, the Key Sierra. Thankfully, Rafe said that the Key Sierra will appear in the show. Rafe did say in a previous Q&A that her staff was not going to be in the show, so it's good to hear confirmation that the Key Sierra stays. As a reminder, she uses the jewel as a focus point for a trick of the One Power to eavesdrop on people, which is one of the reasons that she always seems to know more than anybody else. It is also used as a focus when Moiraine teaches Egwene to first touch the true source. I can't wait to see that scene. Daniel Green speculated that she may not be wearing the Key Sierra in this scene because she was probably preparing for bed when the Trollocs attacked on Winter Night. Perhaps she was just about to remove her earrings and lay down when the attack happened. I had to jump in really quick to record this addendum after I read a comment on WattUp's YouTube channel. I can't believe I didn't even think of this, but what if this is the scene where Moiraine is training Egwene to sense the One Power for the first time? This could be why the Key Sierra is missing, and it could also be a shot from Egwene's point of view, which is why we see Moraine's face glowing. I still think this is probably Winter Night, but I had to jump in and record this extra bit. What do you think? Another thing that's missing, at least according to some people, the ageless Aes Sedai face. To me, this is the least of my concerns when it comes to getting the adaptation right. However, understandably, some people feel like Rosamund Pike looks too old to be Aes Sedai, that she doesn't have the ageless look. I have to say, if I look that good at her age, I won't be complaining. Rafe actually addressed this in his Q&A. Question: that doesn't look ageless. Is this something that is being reworked? Answer: VFX that require you to touch every frame that a character appears on screen are not great uses of money, so don't expect to see CGI faces for all Aes Sedai. Personally, I'd take it one step further and say adding makeup to try and de-age certain actors is also not a great use of money and shouldn't be the focus. They should focus on casting actors and actresses of all ages, and they should not shy away from wrinkles or require plastic surgery. Let the best actors be cast in the roles for Aes Sedai, and forget about the ageless look. I'd much rather see them focus their time and budget on good actors and awesome production quality. What's this? How did I get back up on this soapbox again? Finally, let's discuss some of the other answers from Rafe's Q&A. Rafe shared the teaser on Instagram and said he would answer 10 questions about Moiraine. I'm not going to discuss all of the questions, and I've already mentioned a few. To read all of Rafe's responses, visit watseries.com or Rafe's Instagram post, or Wat on Prime's compilation on Twitter. I'll provide links in the description. 2 actors from the show asked Rafe questions, and he answered. Priyanka Bose, who plays Alana Mosvani in the show, asked, "What makes Moiraine Moiraine?" Rafe responded, "What a great question, Priyanka. I would say above all else, Moiraine is a woman who is driven to do what she believes is right at any cost." It sure sounds to me like Rafe really understands the characters from everything I've read so far. Yosha Stradowski, the actor who plays Rand in the show, asked, "Can you tell her I'm on my way?" Rafe cheekily responded, "Tell her yourself." Question: I know what I'm excited about, but what is our great Lord Rafe most excited about? Answer: I'm not sure if you're low-key calling me out as a dark friend, but either way, I think the moment Moiraine first walks into the Winespring Inn was the moment that really made me feel that true fan part of me make unintelligible sounds. This is another little hint of a new scene that isn't technically in the books, but I don't care. I can't wait to see it. And this final question: any LGBT rep in the show? Answer: there's rep in the books and the show. I love Rafe's short and sweet response to what could be a very complicated question. Something very important to note is that Rafe posted the gay pride and trans pride flag emojis with his response. You'd be surprised by how much thought and effort I put into discussing this particular question. I've basically written enough about this one thing to merit an entire separate video. I've had some great discussions with other members of the community about this subject too. I've decided that this video is not the right place to discuss this, and when I do, I want to approach it with respect and tolerance when the time is right. I'll just jump on my soapbox one last time to say this. Let me be very clear. I personally think representation of all types of people is very important, and this comment from Rafe makes me very happy. I don't really want to hear complaints in the comments about the show trying to be too, quote, woke, or pushing some sort of, quote, SJW agenda. To me, those comments are silly and people should cool down. Can't we all just accept each other and be tolerant of people who may be different from us? I do understand that there are concerns about the Wheel of Time somehow being changed or ruined in some people's eyes. Let's remember to just love and be tolerant of each other. I choose to trust Rafe. I'll give this subject more thought and consideration, and maybe discuss it on a podcast or another video in the future. Man, too many soapboxes today. That got a bit serious there. How about we end this video with a meme? People who watch some of my videos, people who like my videos and comment, people who watch my videos all the way through and comment and subscribe and share. Thanks for sticking with me this far. See you again soon. Peace.